Hello, and welcome to this video tutorial about the new interactive editing mode of ModelConverterX. Before I start to tell you how this new interactive editing mode works, I want to address one other topic first. As you might see in the preview of ModelConverterX, I have moved a couple of buttons around in the UI again. Uh, I do realize that for some users it is annoying that buttons are suddenly moved in a different location, but let me explain why I did it. As you can see, there's now a toolbar at the bottom of the preview as well, where a couple of functions are located. The main reason that I did this is that by adding yet another control to the original toolbar, I felt it would become too cluttered and too full to be really useful and to easily find things. Uh, Here in this video, it might not look that bad since I'm having the application full screen now. But personally, I also often use the tool in not full screen mode so that there's less space available. Um, and of course, also we have to consider that some people use a display scaling in Windows that is larger than 100%, which also blows up all the icons and the buttons. So yeah, with that in mind, I thought it was better to move some functionality to a new toolbar at the bottom. So here at the top is basically how the object is rendered in the preview. On the left is what is shown in the preview, and at the bottom you can now find a couple of more configuration items that influence the preview as a whole. So for example, you can set which view you have. If you have the free rotation view or the top view, or what the light direction is, those kind of things. So hopefully you get used to these changes to the layout quickly. Um, and maybe in the future I can consider to make some of the toolbars draggable, so you can put them at the location that you want. That's probably a topic we can discuss in the forum to see what would suit most users best. Okay, so that's for the short introduction. Let's get into the details of this new exciting feature. Like I said in the title, Model Converter X now has an interactive way to place effects and lights in your object. Until now, let's say we have this cottage here. If I want to place some smoke effects here on the chimney, what I had to do is just add an effect, and I can give it. Oh, sorry, clicked the wrong one. I did an empty one instead of an effect. That's why I couldn't find the effect name. So then we need to go to the effects folder of and we'll take the smokestack effect. So of course I need to render the particles as well. And now we have our smoke, and by default it's placed here at the origin of the model. So then I always had to fiddle with the X, Y, and Z coordinates in the position to be able to place it on my chimney. And with a bit of trial and error, you can relatively quickly get the right position. Let's say we raise it a bit more it seems, and then move it a bit to one side, and, oh, a bit too far. Well, you probably know how that worked. As an engineer, I do like all those numbers, and editing, yeah, precisely entering the location always felt quite good for me. But I have to be honest, this new functionality makes it a lot easier. So let's remove this effect, and I'll show you how you can do it much easier now. But before I can do that, I need to introduce to you the sort of interaction modes that you now have for the preview. And they are set here with this drop-down box at the bottom. The default mode is the navigate mode, which is the same as you used for a long time. In the navigate mode, you can rotate, pan, zoom the object to inspect it. The select mode is the second interaction mode. This mode was available in Model Converter X already, This allows you to click on a part and then get it selected in the hierarchy editor, or have the material that's used on that part selected in the material editor. So that can be a quick way to find a certain part when you're looking at the hierarchy, or find a certain material. And the other three modes that you see here are new. They are the update mode, which is used to update the position or the orientation of attached effects. And I'll show how that works in a bit. The add light mode and the add effect mode. And like the name of the last two said, you can add a new light or a new effect with those modes. So with this combo box, you can select the modes that you want. So I can, for example, put it in add effect mode now. And then I can just click where I want the effect. One thing that you should know about the update, add light, and add effect mode, you are not able to pan or rotate the object anymore, because the mouse buttons are used for other functions. So let me first rotate the view a little bit so that I can easily find the top of the chimneys. And if you don't want to use the mouse every time to select a different mode, there are keyboard shortcuts as well. So for example, if I press on the E button and keep it pressed, you see that we go to the add effect mode. And if I release the button, it goes back to the navigate mode. The L button does the add light mode. The U button does the update mode. And the S button does the select mode. So that way you can also quickly toggle to such a mode if you quickly want to do something. So how would I go about adding an effect now? I go to the add effect mode, and then it's just a matter of clicking on top of the two chimneys to create effects there. And I still have to select the right effect name, of course. That's not something that has changed, but that's relatively quick to do now. If I go to the update mode, then I can change the location of the selected effect. And you see this one here is highlighted with the yellow dot. So that one is the currently selected one. If I go to the update mode and then click somewhere else, like I click here, then you see that the effect is repositioned to that new location. This is probably not a great improvement, but well, you see what I mean. And if I now click back here, I put it back on the chimney again. How the clicking works, so another thing, if you click on the object, it will take the intersection point sort of the pixel where you click and the object. So like you see that is for the chimneys. If you click, I can show that as well, around the object, it will take the location at ground level where you clicked. So then it takes the intersection with the ground plane basically. So this way you can very quickly place an effect now. What's also interesting, I'll show that here. Let's assume we want to have a light above the doors of this building. So I can go to the add light mode and place a light effect. You get a spotlight by default. So as you can see, we have two lights now, but they're shining, just along the default axis. What I want here is probably the light to light up the ground a bit more. So I have now the second light selected. In the update mode, I showed you that with the left mouse button I can reposition it. If I do a right click with the right mouse button, I can update the orientation. So I go to update mode again, and then I do a right click here in front of the door, and you'll see that the orientation of the light is automatically updated so that it shines at that location on the ground. And if I would select both of these lights and then go to update mode again, and let's click somewhere here, you see that now both lights are oriented at the same spot on the ground. So I think when placing a light in your model, this will make it a lot easier to quickly set the orientation that you want or quickly position the effect the way you want. So I hope you found this video useful to watch. Who knows, in the future other editing can be made more interactive with the mouse as well. As a start now, it's just the attached objects. But if you have ideas of other manipulations to do in such a way, yeah, please let me know in the forum. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll be in touch via the forum.